Come on. Nope. Oh, okay, there it is. Come on. Heel. So let me explain first and foremost why I brought, thank you. I know, you're so sweet. Why I brought this out here today. So let's say we're practicing walking with Piper and she gets a lot of distractions. And through those distractions, she gets a lot of corrections because we're holding her accountable for it. She's liable to get into her feelings quite a bit. And so rather than us continue to kick the can down the hill and like potentially just overcorrect because she's not getting it, let's put her back on something that she knows so we can rebuild her confidence and then go from there. Heel. Nope. Heel. No. Heel. Piper. Good. Heel. Come on. Good girl. Piper. All right, place. So let's talk about the corrections since she's not going to be as dramatic as I thought she would. Maybe when I bring the dog out, she'll be dramatic. So the corrections for walking, they are threefold. So, no, place. That's the kind of pop that I want. Like, I have some dogs that I don't even allow to look at other dogs because they just can't handle it. If she's that way, she's that way. We just have to determine which way she is and go from there. Okay? And actually, Dad, let me hand you back to her for a second.
If we don't let her look at other dogs, will she not, like, we can never take her on a walk?
That's not true.
Oh, okay.
No, like, so you guys know what happens when she looks. Like, she kind of goes from, like...
Oh, I see what you're saying. We correct her.
Yeah. Yeah, and then as she gets more confident and the better that she can handle it, then, you know, the more we'll allow her to have. You know, and some people have some, like, really philosophical issues with that because they're like, well, what do? Do I put a blindfold on my dog? And I'm like, no, don't do that. You don't have to do that.
Blinders like a horse?
No, but it's if you think of it, it's like it's a scalable thing. Once she gets it, then we don't have to do it anymore. Okay. Right now, she feels a certain way, whatever way it is, she feels that certain way. And we can't have all the chaos that comes with that certain way. And then just say heel and take off. And then when you come to a stop, say her name. There you go. She already stopped. Good. Okay. Good. Now, I'm going to fix you, Dad, because you're cheating. And I'll tell you how you're cheating. So, we lured her last week. This week, we're not luring her. This week, we're going, hey, it's test time. I need you to do this without the lure. So for one, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you take the leash, take this loop, put the leash in my hand, and then put thumb and index finger on the lead. Okay? And then when I come to a stop with Piper, what I want to do is like 2 or 3 steps before I come to a stop, I say Piper, she comes to a stop, and then sits, good girl, treat, and then heel from there. Heel.
Heel.
There you go.
Piper.
Good. Good girl. So what I said to you earlier, and I'm going to say it again perfectly. Thanks for setting me up for saying this again for them on camera. So you need to get good when it's boring. You need to get really, really like tactilely just centered in. You need to get yourself locked in when it's calm, so that way when it's chaotic, you're not changing anything. You're just doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Because where people fumble is they go, dude, my dog is so great, because the dog spends, you know, how many ever hours in the house, not disturbed by anything. But the minute you go outside, there's dogs, there's birds, there's squirrels, and you're going, holy crap, where did this dog come from? And in reality, the dog's been there the whole time. But you've just had no reason to implement any boundaries or structure. Now we have the right tools. So it doesn't mean that you should like dive in and like go to PetSmart and, you know, get bothered by all the crazy dogs that are there, but feel comfortable that when you're walking in the heel, just pretend like nothing's happening, no pop heel. Because if you panic, you're not going to do what you need to do. But if you've practiced in that calm setting like we've set up all last week, you're going to know exactly what to do, when to do it.
And will she like walk faster once she gets more confident that she can nail that?
I hope so.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, well, this is why, like, I don't give any leeway to fearful dogs, because the more time that they spend being timid or reserved about things, the more ingrained this stuff becomes. I worked with a dog. He's 3 when we worked together, and he was a breeder's dog and been passed around and then returned, and he was nervous from birth. Like, he was just timid and nervous from birth, and they didn't do anything about it. And so then he became 3 years old, and 2 years of a dog's life is 22 years of our life. And so he had over 30 years, or 29 years, I guess, of our time being fearful. And so by the time I got to him, he was a full-blown chaos machine, way worse than she is. And, you know, the training sessions, like he made progressions, but it's the application broadly that's helped this dog more than anything. What I gave that family was the tools to start unlocking the things. And I still get emails to this day like, he's making this decision now, like he's doing this now, like where he would never do this before, he's doing it now. So it takes time and it takes repetitions, and you guys giving that exact same image in those situations. You know, putting her on the place command, or, you know, a good one if you guys are going to be here during Halloween. I don't know if you have trick-or-treaters, but leaving the front door open and putting her on place, and like having somebody sit right in the front entryway with her. And then she goes banana land, no pop place, and give her a good pop, and she's going to be like, fine, I guess I don't need to do this. Because what you're doing is you're giving her information. You know, she's giving you information. She's going, guys, can you see what's going on out here? And you're either going, yeah, we can see it, thanks, Piper, or you're going, hey, Piper, we see it, relax, in a way that she understands. Nope. Heel. I'll explain why I did that.
Makes sense.
Good. So just so you guys know, she's still on a flat collar. Okay. Very forgiving in the correction. However, I didn't like the way she kept staring as we turned, so I wanted that really quick, knock that off. Very crystal clear, like, hey, we're doing the heel.
She's calmer than I thought she would be.
So we created the base layer by teaching her place command in a heel and place command and down in a sterile environment. Now that we have that base layer, she has an answer to what she's supposed to do. Versus like if I would have came out here on week 1, all right, Piper, place, and brought the dog out. Good job, Piper. In week 1, she probably would have crapped her pants and not done very well. Put her in a sit real quick.
Sit. Piper, sit.
She heard you. So obvious change right now, right? The very first lesson. We did 30 minutes of place command, me and the dog, got on the place for me every repetition. Stepped off, got corrected. Okay, fine, I'll get back up. As soon as I handed the leash to the mom, I can't do it. I can't get on the place. Brakes engaged, all of this stuff. Clearly has to do with the relationship. Okay? We're enabling this dog just by the way we interact. She can't be that dog that's treated like the teddy bear because she'll eat it up and, you know, take advantage of it. So. Think of like slowing her down with a little bit of slowing pressure on the leash and then come to a stop and then allow her to sit. And then just slow her down. Piper, you didn't slow her down at all.
Oh, that wasn't slowing down.
Watch my left hand, okay?
Okay.
She'll slow down perfectly fine for me, but I'm gonna exaggerate this for you guys. Ready, Piper? Oh, dang it. Heel. Good girl. So we'll stop right here. Piper. That's me slowing her down to get her to stop alongside me. I'm stopping her with my arm. I'm slowing her down with my arm. Okay? Piper, heel. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. Oh, okay, there it is. Come on. Heel. Stop. Stop. Come on. Chill. Perfect. We're gonna work past that. Place. Hey, you gonna make it? It's okay. It's okay to be scared. Not for long though. Okay. So let's talk about why. Why is because for her, there's a specific distance that she's okay with. And I'm gonna say this, and it's not on camera, but I'm gonna say this because my voice is on camera. If you have to show dogs being 100 feet from other dogs or 100 yards from other dogs, which that's colossally different distance. But if you have to have large distance between dogs and you call that reactivity dog training, you're not training a dog. You're making excuses. And so despite what all the other trainers would do, I'm gonna get her past this, okay? And the only way to get her past this is to have something big enough that she goes, yeah, I think I should probably let that go now. The flat collar isn't that. Yeah. It's never that for any dog that has that insatiable desire to make decisions. Because that desire, when we got like right into the grass there, that snap impulse desire, that's not a faint-hearted decision. I've tried to explain this a couple times for people, like, why do we have the tools that we have? Well, because dogs make decisions at a certain level. Like, they make certain decisions on a certain level. Like, the dog mouths the arm of the chair or something. You say no and pop them on the head, they're probably like, oh,
Idiot.
that punishment matched the crime. But the desire to attack, whether it's defense or whether it's aggression, who knows, because she's not going to tell us. That decision isn't faint-hearted. That decision is fully intent. It's packed with some drive. So you need something that she cares about in that moment to snap her out of it. It's no different than when like a German Shorthair sees a bird. Like they get stiff, their jaw kind of chatters because they're getting excited, and it's the same thing. She just has a little bit different intent. We're going to teach her this first, and then we will apply it, and then we will do some real science. So the way that dogs get hurt on these collars is when they're too big. So we want to make sure that it's sized appropriately. This is the guide ring. This tells you the size. So if your collar looks like that, it means that it's too big. If the guide ring is touching these two blocks down here, that means your prong collar is too big. Okay? This is your swivel head. This is where you clip your leash.
Okay.
And this is your Springer block, which is your trach block. Don't worry about this too much because she's going to scratch, she's going to move it. All of those things are going to happen. We've talked about this before, like you have to take a logical approach to this, like what's going on, like what's happening. Are we asking her to do something that's going to kill her, or are we asking her to do something that's pretty simple? It's pretty simple. Not only that, but we've taught her. And so there's no reason to be nervous other than it's new. And so with that newness comes challenge, just like we talked about for humans. Okay, so let's free her. I'm gonna teach her the collar. Free, come on. Oh, there it is, there it is. So now I'm gonna look really bad in front of your neighbors because she might freak out and I might just stand here and not do anything about it. But there's a purpose behind why I'm doing that. Because if I fix all of Piper's problems, then I'm always gonna have to fix her problems. Notice how she's trying to stay really close to me because she knows that the further away she gets from me, the more that collar starts to activate. She just got a little touch of it right there on the place command. There's one. That was a quick correction. Hi, sweet girl. So the leash is loose, so nothing's happening. As soon as the leash goes tight, that's when the collar is engaged. And so for her, she's like, hup, better stay close to this guy. Come on. Even just that one was a little correction. But I'm not trying to do anything big because she doesn't know this pressure. She doesn't know this collar. And it would be super unfair for me to just throw her into the lion's den right away on it. Climb. Plots. Don't even think about it. There's no clowns down there.
Hiya, Georgie. What a nice pony.
Piper, sit. Nope, sit. One correction. Heel. Nope, heel. Good girl. Nope, heel. Good girl. That was for looking. Piper, heel. Good girl. Nope. Good girl. Piper, heel. Nope, heel. Good girl. Nope, heel. Good. Good job. No. Good girl. Piper, heel. Nope, heel. Good girl. Good job. So somebody's gonna get on the keyboard and they're gonna type this. Brandon, you're correcting that dog as it looks at a dog. It's gonna create animosity. Guess what, idiot? There's already animosity. It's not gonna get any worse. Let's get it to stop. Ready? Heel. Nope, heel. Good girl. Good. Good job. Piper, heel. Nope, heel. Sit. Good girl. We're like probably 5 feet right now. Piper, heel. Good girl. Good job. There you go, Stinker. She heard you. No pop, sit.
Okay. No, sit.
2 pops. No.
No, sit.
Level your voice. It's all through your leash. Okay? Is we need to change your pop. You're scooted on the leash way too much.
Okay.
Okay. So part of this is your relationship with her.
Okay.
Look at the difference between her and I. Like she knows exactly what to expect. Mm-hmm. So we need to create that same thing with you. Okay. So when you guys say sit, no pop sit. Otherwise this will be super unfair. Okay? She hears you. She just doesn't care. Okay. Now we need to hold her accountable to it.
The next thing is no.
Correct.
Pop.
Correct. This is the big like ripping the Band-Aid off. She's nervous. Perfect. Another dog. So this is part of the whole transition is getting to rip the Band-Aid off. She's a nervous dog. Sit. No, sit. But that doesn't give her an excuse to behave poorly. Okay? And so part of how we have to effectively rip this Band-Aid off is change how we walk and talk with her. Like how we interact, stop feeling sorry, and start giving her direction. She heard you. And so that stuff will start to clear up. Because with me, like if she truly was a lost, broken soul, Sarah McLachlan would like us to believe, she would be going banana lands on me. But every time I've corrected her, she's looked at me, she's complied, she's been pretty civil about each one of the situations, and there hasn't been a whole lot of drama to it. So it's very redeeming that she can handle all these things. We just have to be able to communicate with her effectively. Okay? You're just gonna stare at me? Are we best buds now? Hi. No. Within the presence of another dog and another dog that comes by. Okay, so this is totally possible. We upped the pressure. We're cleaning everything up. This is, if there's one critical thing that I can tell dog parents with a reactive dog, is that you need to clean yourself up. Like you need to clean up how you talk to the dog. When you ask it to do something, when you don't ask him to do something, you have to make it very black and white, because your dog's behavior is a direct reflection of your leadership.
Attitude reflect leadership, Captain.
If it's inconsistent, they will be inconsistent. If it's kind of all over the place, it will be all over the place. So once you clean that up and then you start to teach them, which she knows now what she's supposed to do, it almost looks like it's magic. Does she like dogs? I have no idea. I don't frankly care. You guys don't have another dog in the house, and you don't have any intention to get another dog, or not yet anyway. And, you know, it's just not worth it to go down that road, because dog sociability isn't a pillar of obedience. It's not. I don't care what they say. It's not. All right. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Thanks for staying so long and watching my video. If you guys don't know, I am Brandon. I am Sky Soldier Dog Training. I work, in the St. Louis area. I train all behaviors, all issues with dogs. And I just want to convey that this is a mom and pop business. This is a local business. This isn't a franchise. So what you see and hear from the business is from me, or it's my wife and my son and my future children are all a part of this business. So that's just kind of how I operate. I will tell you, this little part is actually for my children. So if God isn't your thing, if it's not your cup of tea, then go ahead and just, whenever you see the logo at the end of our videos, just go ahead and click off. That's totally fine. If God is your cup of tea, then drink up. And if you're undecided, then you're undecided. It's no big deal. But again, this is for my children. I had a little clip come up on my computer the other day, and it was a list of things that I had put down and noted for when I became a dad. Being a dad is one of the most proudest moments that I've ever had in my life. And I love being a dad, but the first thing on that list was being a man of God. I think that is very important for my son and for my future children, to have a role model that is grounded in something. And so this is for them. And so today I'm going to read Ephesians 2:8 through 10. For it is by grace you have been saved, through faith, and this not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. So like I said, this is really for my children. This is an opportunity for them to see their dad and what he did and what he does, and I want to display a good model for my kids. If you have questions, or if you're like, hey, why are you doing this Bible thing, by all means leave a comment. This is my business, this is how I operate, so if you guys aren't a fan of it, then I'm sorry. I'm not going to push any of my things on you, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.